Yeah, that motherfucker went up when I did that bitch. I did that with my boy Mucho Mike and shit. That motherfucker called Go. So basically, shit, I was just in the studio at the crib. I ain't even gonna name the producer because he be on some. Anyway, we be at the studio connecting on that shit. And Mucho walked in and he was like, shit, let me fuck with that bitch. I'm like, shit, son, I'm gonna get up on that bitch. Shit, when we made that motherfucker, everybody was fucking with it. Like, we need to shoot that bitch. We shot that bitch like a week later. On me, I wanna say like a week later. We shot that bitch at my partner's stove or whatever. We did that, turned that bitch up. Everybody was fucking with that bitch. I'm talking about everybody was fucking with it. Everybody was fucking with that bitch. But what's crazy is everybody was fucking with it, but it did numbers, but it ain't do numbers like how I thought it was gonna do. Cause everybody was fucking with it. So I'm like, you know, it don't make sense. Make it make sense type shit.
Okay. So when you dropped it on Spotify, how did you end up hitting that 50,000 streams in one day?
Shit, that motherfucker, cause you know in other countries and shit. Like I ain't know other countries they really be fucking with American music and shit. So I put that motherfucker on Spotify. That motherfucker just went up on God. Like I had made a Spotify account out the blue. I just made that motherfucker cause you know when you do little distro kid shit, they make you do all that. So I make a little Spotify account, drop that motherfucker go up. Bro, I just look at that bitch go up. My mom, I made a nice little paper off that shit too.
We saw that you was in a viral video that was in Houston at the BAYWATCH. Tell us a little bit more about, you know, how you ended up at BAYWATCH and, you know, the type of festivities you went viral for doing.
I ain't gonna lie, BAYWATCH was turned, especially this was my first time going to BAYWATCH. So yeah, BAYWATCH was turned. It was me and the guys, we all went to that motherfucker. It was in Houston. So, you know, Houston just a melting pot for a bunch of bad hoes on guys. Just hoes from everywhere. So everywhere you look at something nice. On my mom, I'm looking. On my mom taking shit, taking niggas hoes, all type of shit. We end up Airbnbs and shit, all type of shit. We just turned up. And my mama like, you know how that go when motherfuckers. And then that's the thing, like I know motherfuckers at the TCU, at PV and shit like that, all the little, you know, University of Houston and shit. So it's like motherfuckers know you, they be like, come turn up, bro. So that's all it was. Said we would turn up with motherfuckers, turn up with all the hoes, all the bad hoes. Bro.
So how did it feel like seeing that your name had reached down in Houston and like the girls was like, you know, pushing up on you to like get your numbers?
Shit. Honestly, it shocked me, but at the same time it didn't shock me because it's like I always told myself like I always prepare myself for shit like that. So when it eventually happened to me, you know, you gotta just act like you've been there before. God, so that's what I did. You know, I ain't tripping. I ain't finna act like, damn, you fuck with me, oh mama, you know me, oh bro. Like, damn, that's what's up. Tap in, you know, just keep it cordial, just like that, my mama. And when you keep it cordial with a bitch, they gonna wanna bite even more on the set. So that's what I'm just keeping it cordial. Shit.
All right, man. We saw you recently in this 1K Tony and Tony 1K and Lil Ears video. You feel me? Like, you know, that video was doing numbers.
Shout out my boys. Shout out them, bro. Them niggas turned up. CJ and Tony 1K and my nigga PCE good on, bro. They turned up on that motherfucker, bro. Go tap in with my mom. They turned up on that bitch, but that song, that motherfucker, like, it fucked me up because like I was in the car one day and my brother turned the shit on. I'm like, who the fuck? Like, I heard the beat. I'm like, who the fuck? He like, yeah, they just dropped some new shit. I'm listening to that motherfucker. I'm like, what the fuck? These niggas just turned up on that bitch. I'm talking about turned that bitch up. Like, I wanted to get on that motherfucker. Hey, we gotta do a remix. Fuck all that. Cause I get on that motherfucker. That motherfucker was hard on, bro. Like, all the hoes to shake their ass to that. Y'all just gotta go turn up to that bitch. Go tap in and they buy it. Switch the coupe. She gon' bend over and give a nigga head. Cause I'm the truth. Step in the booth and talk my shit. Everything I say, bitch, I do.